Chapman is pointing. Ford Robinson thinks he'll take matters into his own hands and then coughs the ball up. Don Brandt takes on Atkins. Marler says excuse me to Todd Gleave. Smith behind the screen. Brown is pausing. Northmore again. Offload to Danny Kerr. That is the response Quins needed. That is the one they wanted. And it's another try for the old campaigner.
Big sigh of relief there for Quins to kind of buck the trend and get some of that momentum back. Lovely timing on the pass here by Mike Brown, and then Luke Northmore's been just a constant threat, hasn't he? And this time picks the right option and Danny's under.
Tracking that line again as he did in the first half, Danny Kerr. Brown again, just delaying things, just choosing exactly the right millisecond with which to pass it on. Makes all the difference, and yeah, from a mentality point of view, it was kind of crucial that the Harlequins got that.
Yeah, definitely. After conceding 14 points in the second half, to get that next score was important, and hopefully now with the experience we've come on, they can carry on in that vein.
Marcus Smith with the extra points, and another look at it here. Northmore is catching the eye this afternoon. You mentioned Joe Marchant off on England duty over in Dublin, but it's all about taking your chances in the Premiership.
Yeah, definitely. I think both our centres today have been exceptional.
Matty Jones is on for Gloucester.
He's just in front of the man who last played.
Chapman is his work is done.
Okay. So in front of the man who last played the ball. So
there's Tom Seabrook, unfortunately, knocking the ball on. Yeah, Matty Jones, part of an England under-18 setup. You can just see him on the right screen there.
Okay, fellas, middle mark, happy with that?
The blue boots
please,
on.
Lads.
He's going to be playing at scrum half. Part of a Dean Close setup. Josh Gray, Freddie Thomas, George Barton, all from the same school. Dean Close, there he is. A good setup. Cheltenham College as well, being responsible for the likes of Jack Clement. Hartbury, of course. Very good breeding ground down in Gloucester as far as rugby players are concerned. Well, they do other things as well, but they do good rugby players.
White. Loose head, elbow down to ground.
One elbow down to collapse. 17.
And that's probably the benefit of bringing on a 3 international front row at 50 minutes.
It's another part of Esther Hazen's game. This boot. Who goes and gets the balls in training?
Yeah. He's got some boot on him, but he's showing everything today, isn't he? So, new father as well. So
yeah, we wanted to mention that, didn't we? He's had a week off last week. So to be fair, he's making up for lost time, really.
Yeah, exactly. He's getting 2 games worth it.
Neatly off the top from Harlequins. This sort of ball makes them very, very dangerous.
No.
Tackles in the midfield from Gloucester. Lauday, and then Don Brandt combining. Again, quick ball, Kerr keeping that guard honest. That man standing there, Kerr's dummying inside pass. Need to be clever. Green wriggles through. Esther Hazen again. Esther Hazen back inside, doesn't quite work this time for Harlequins. Gloucester will have their hands on the ball eventually. Evans cheekily trying to get involved there, but it will come back Gloucester's way. Morgan.
Inside.
Matty Jones will thump it over his shoulder and out. Tyrone Green is there ready, waiting for it, and thought about going quickly. Oh, it does. Dummy almost on it. Brown into the midfield. Brown using people around him. One of them is Don Brandt. Don Brandt, one-handed pass off to Caden Murley. Murley, one of the try scorers, one of the many try scorers from the first half for Quins. Round they come again. Lovely hands, Esterhuizen. Look at that offload, Tyrone Green. Tyrone Green stops and comes back inside. It is picturesque from Harlequins on occasions.
If it's clear, he'll come in. For me, it's not.
Fantastic shape there.
Come on, mate.
The shape went off nine again, and then pulled it out the back to Marcus and used the space that was out
Whatever you're
wide.
coming at me now, man.
Also, we've set the line out. And it's
Yeah. There's no arm, so the line-out's not formed. No arm out by the substitute. Cheers.
Arguments from Matt Garvey, but to a certain extent you can't do. I think we might need an adult to sign for that from Andre Esterhuizen. It's a bit naughty, isn't it, really?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
sort of
definitely.
the way
Is that
he
tap
does
on
this.
Marlowe, okay?
Oh,
A great finish from Ty. Awareness that the guy's chasing across
There's
hard.
arms in it, yeah? Okay, thanks. What number?
17.
17, thanks.
Marcus Smith
Where's
restores
17?
a little bit of the
Must have
shape
just passed me.
that the game had in the first
Be
half.
careful with your tackles that are not late. Okay?
Only Esterhuizen, who hasn't scored any points in the back line at the moment. He's done everything else. He needs a score of his own.
He needs to pick up his ideas, really, doesn't he?
Gloucester restart. On their mind, certainly, I would have thought, getting as close to this Harlequin
Okay,
score as they
easy,
possibly
chases
can. Another
onside.
try would give them a point. Sharples looking for space, does so, and gets asked to take a seat. Obliges.
Go easy, lads. Go easy, boys. Lads.
Miscommunication.
George.
Cleve left it. Barton was unaware. Banahan is going to have to make that old man River frame of his work hard.
At least I'm mean to my friend.
I play golf with Banners a couple of times. Don't you worry about it. He beats me.
You take money off you or something.
Yeah, he's very good at golf.
Oh, unsighted. And knock on.
Knock on by White.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, go.
On to Joe back. Clear space.
Murley.
Rock, no hands now.
Landajo in at scrum half. Now Smith thought about it, then ducked back inside. Big hit on Will Evans. And I think someone's come off worse for wear there. Seabrook crawling away. Beautiful stuff from Harlequins. More great offloading. Esterhuizen. Can they keep the ball alive again? Esterhuizen goes in and protects it. Working so hard, Harlequins, for each other. Lorde
Great carry.
presents. Landajo. Wilco low. Large man to run at you. All the other things that are happening on the pitch.
Oh, man.
And my co-commentator Aaron Morris reels away in disgust with that one. Deserved a little bit more.
Yeah, exactly that. That was some really, really great stuff. And then
Okay.
just there 2 meters out, you think the simplest part of it is pick and goes with the Gloucester defensive line backtracking, but unfortunately an accident offside.
Quins 10. Yeah, Quins 10, Marcus. Anyone else?
Just getting in each other's way.
HAM
Too keen.
14 Gloucester. And we're also having 7 Gloucester on.
Yeah, it is
right?
Seabrook
7,
who's
14
going to make his way off, and
Gloucester.
again more young men. Isaac Marsh,
It is clear. It's clear how come in.
hard-hitting centre, comes on. Marcus Smith also makes way. A little point about the Gloucester team.
I'm sorry, I thought you were saying
Northampton last week, they were very proud of the fact that they had so many academy members in their match day squad. Well, it's not, they're not alone. So many good British, well, English academies producing for the Premiership.
I just wanted to escalate.
And I can reveal that actually there's, in this side alone, that 8 of this 23 have come through the developing player programme. And they were playing under 14 at Gloucester. And that is something in itself, to keep that amount of players from under 14 and bring them all the way through to the first team. That's quite extraordinary.
Yeah, definitely, that's some stat, isn't it? I mean that's what it's all about. Gloucester it's a true rugby town, isn't it? Or city, I'm not too sure if it's Tennessee. But when you go there, you can tell it's the lifeblood of the area, and for them to have young boys from Gloucester coming on and fulfilling their dream, playing for the first team, something it's great to see.
George Skivington poo-pooed me earlier, saying that it was something that he wanted to do, blood these youngsters, give them a chance, see what they were like. Ben Morgan, not quite a youngster, but still showing a fleet of foot, but he's had his pocket picked. Murley, down to the floor he eventually goes. Landaho.
Tackle!
Marler.
Arms are out.
Northmore, once again, first thought is trying to get that offload in the tackle. Marler again. Just feel that Harlequins are trying to find the right pinch point at the moment. Ball on the floor. Esterhazen is going to rescue it. Should be wearing a cape this afternoon, Andre Esterhazen. Flat ball, Dombrand needs someone with him. Oh, he misses him.
High tackle, come back, TMO interventional, penalty only.
I thought Thomas could have scored that himself.
Yeah, Gloucester centre, high tackle. Yeah. Okay.
Is this the high tackle that comes on?
High tackle.
Yeah, Matt Banahan around the back of the head of Esterhazen. Dombrand
No, in fairness,
misses the offload.
Yeah, in fairness, that wasn't Thomas' fault. I think
On the 5, lads.
Gled Young would be disappointed
Full
he
line,
didn't take
thank
that
you.
one and
We've got
and
blood
do
at the
for
front of the
score.
line out. Medics on.
I think that sums
Okay,
Dombrand up there.
Time's off, he's got blood, mate.
We were out
Time's
of
off, he's got
shape.
blood.
It wasn't clear anything
Some
where
space,
anyone
lads,
was going, but he can just pick a line from nowhere and clean through, and that's his point of difference on the league, I think, in terms of back
Time's
rows.
off, yeah.
Look at those carries. Everyone at it in Harlequins colours this afternoon.
24 carries in the centres. That's a big shift by them too.
I was saying earlier, I mentioned it to Nick Evans about Esterhazen. You've got a lot of talent in Harlequins ranks out wide. You score a lot of tries. You've got the magicians at halfback. But is Esterhazen the most important cog in a funny sort of way?
He's certainly a very important cog. I mean, you can't underestimate the importance of setting a platform, and he sets a platform so well for our attack with his hard, straight running, and that he's such a difficult man to put down. Gives us quick ball, and that's when we're at our best.
Baldwin to Young. Might keep it tight here, Quins.
Matt, don't change, outside now.
Landaho is thinking about getting his hands on it. I don't think he'll get it back. Forwards want it. It breaks up a little.
Advantage, 16, collapse.
Heron is on. Finds a beautiful pass to Brown. Offload. Tyrone Green gets clattered.
I'm stopping the game, lads. I think this is a serious head injury, okay? I have a penalty over there. We'll make sure this is nothing, but this is serious head. Time off.
There's Matt Banahan. I hope he's all right. Huge collisions out on a Premiership Rugby pitch, and the amount of offloading and shifting of attention.
Imagine we'll have to see a replay of this probably as well, because basically there's no foul play in the background, so we'll get treated.
Such an incredible performer, Matt Banahan. Still going in the Premiership.
Okay. Matt, I'm gonna
He is almost out on
formally
his way
review this
down.
now because we need to check there's no foul play to see if he's upright and there's fault at the tackler. So I'm going to formally review this.
Looks
see if we've
like
got foul
head on
play,
head.
and I'll come back to you. Nigel's tempo. I'd like to formally review this head injury, please, to make sure foul play. Okay, mate. So I'm at the screen. So we've got. Okay.
Tyrone Green is coming up. Banahan greets him.
It certainly isn't a nice collision. The only thing I'd say in terms of potential mitigation for this is
again, Nigel,
Matt Banahan's 6'6", 6'7", Tyrone Green's 5'10", not at his full height, and that's a high-speed collision. And yeah, obviously we'll see what's decided, but I feel for Banahan, not only because he's got hurt, sadly, but we've all been in that situation as a tackler, and it's difficult.
What can you do? How can Matt Banahan change?
Start talking facts here, and we'll enter the framework.
Yeah, I mean, the obvious thing someone would say would be to drop your height, but there wasn't a whole lot of Tyrone to hit there. He was coming off from another tackle, and
so he could tackle lower. So
I suppose he's coming quite upright, but yeah, that's extremely difficult. I just hope he's all right.
Now we're looking at degree of danger. Look, I think it speaks for itself. It's high danger. There's a lot of force in there. We play this real speed, so it's high danger, and he also knocked himself out in a minute. So it's high danger. The last question, so I'm at red card at the moment. The last question we have to ask ourselves: do we see any clear mitigation here? So what I'm considering, there is another tackler tackling here. So this guy tackling now takes the tackle. However, I'm not seeing enough of a change of direction, unfortunately, to talk this down. So
you can hear what the referees sort of group are talking about with the TMO and the assistant referees as well.
I want to see that real speed.
It's looking red at the moment.
Unfortunately, I'm not seeing that as clear.
And when you slow it down like that, you can, with the rules as it is, you can obviously see why.
It's dangerous. It's upright. We need to get these tackles out of the game. He's out of control. It's going to be a red card for Matt Banahan, mate. He's upright, direct head contact, highly dangerous, and no mitigation. So he's going to be sent off. Okay. Yeah, I get that, mate. I don't see it as a significant change of direction. He's upright, he's always out of control. So it's a red card for me. Thanks, mate. Simon, if you can just explain what's going to be happening, and I'll explain. Alex, mate, unfortunately where we are, I'm trying to explain what we've got here. Okay, we've got foul play, he's upright in the tackle. He's out of control, Matt Banahan. He's upright in the tackle, out of control, it's high danger. I don't see any mitigation. So he's going to be sent from the field to play red card for head-on-head contact. Okay, so just if you can let your players know, that's just where we are, mate, unfortunately.
Well, Matt Banahan doesn't
here, mate.
Doesn't know anything about this.
Okay,
he's going to get back to his feet, thank goodness. That's the main thing for me,
very helpful, mate.
is that he is okay. But the news...
You okay? Yeah. Mate, I know, mate, okay. But, okay, mate, we've got foul play because you're upright, so I'm having to send you off here as well. So, sorry, mate, okay, it's red, mate, because I don't see any mitigation. Okay, sorry, Matt, hope you're okay, mate. Okay.
He's taking that like an absolute champ.
Okay, just get everyone off first.
I suppose he's been around the block, hasn't he, and he knows the crack, but that's tricky.
He's an incredible character for the game, Matt Banahan. You know, and I joshed a little bit earlier with him. Incredible character, and as you say there, I mean, a cheeky ask of, is it not yellow?
Don't take any pleasure.
The most important thing for me is he's walking off and he looks okay.
Yeah, exactly. He looks like he's in all right shape for what was a massive
time on after that.
There will be, I'm sure, some discussion as to the merits of that red card. The officials obviously went through their protocols and their hierarchy of making it work, and they came to their decision. I don't know. It's a difficult one. It's a very difficult one. So we shall see. But Gloucester are once again down to 14 men.
Be interesting here to see that Nine's obviously going to put pressure on Landaho at the base, but if not, there's a 2-on-1 down the left side, or they can go with Andre open on the open side. Scrum's dominant now.
Advantage.
Dombrandt's going to make his way towards the line and dab the ball over. All you backs getting excited. It's never coming your way.
Yeah, I know what they're talking about. One for the front 5, I think.
And Dombrandt immediately over to put Joe Marler under his arm and say thank you very much. A lot of hard work being done in the front row in that scrum, and Marler and friends make it easy for Dombrandt to get on the score sheet. Penalty was coming as well. Good control, that tricky thing to do. And Harlequins are edging their way towards half a century of points. Brett Heron with the extra points, couple of extra points for
we've changed Quins 12 as well, so you can.
for Harlequins, 45. In that break, Andre Esterhazen came off the field, and
lads, please.
my co-commentator Aaron Morris put down his microphone and clapped, because it has been quite a performance from the large South African centre.
Yeah, great shift by Andre.
Ben Tapawai has come on.
Yeah, he's gone.
Dombrandt,
Okay, thank you. Nine.
once again,
Use the
hands on the
Onside,
ball.
Will. Onside. Yeah, level.
Argentinian international Martin Landajo kicks the ball downfield,
Put
and
him on. Gloucester, wait,
Sharples returns the favour.
Thanks, mate.
Dombrandt's underneath this, goes up in the
One
air,
foot on the
gets
floor for
tackled
me.
by Sharples. Brown, Tapawai, the Australian capped centre. On, Heron ships the ball on well. Dino Lamb. There's room out here. Tyrone Green is going to get the outboard motor running. Throws the ball back in field. Dombrandt launches it back. There's a bit of numbers here. Lovely line from Luke Northmore. Northmore skates past the covering defenders, and Luke Northmore is going to add a fine feather in his Premiership cap.
That's fantastic. Luke's been fantastic all day. I think if you could pull up his stats, you'll see that the meters made, the line breaks, awesome, and that's a cherry on the cake.
They're just going to check this this throw back in field by Green. Watch his orange boots.
Thanks, Nigel.
Assistant referee was on the spot, and Brett Heron in double quick time has achieved the 50-point mark. Super line from Luke Northmore, and I don't know, must have Vaseline on his hips, this boy.
Time off, please. No ball. Here it is, mate. Time on again, John.